Hey everyone, I was muted, classic. Thank you for joining. It's that time of the month again. We're here for our 11th community call. It's already the 11th, so it's been a journey so far. It's been a very busy and intense month, especially with the last week events and also everything that happened during our season 3 launch. So we're really happy that we have you here, guys. Community is a really important part of everything that we do. So this is a really special moment, and I'm not saying this for just for the sake of saying it. Thank you for joining. Thank you for participating. You already know that you have time and space to ask your questions. So ask throughout the call, and we'll answer everything by the end of it. So it's a really busy agenda for today. We'll have some team updates with Pedro, and also a sneak peek of something really special that we've been cooking for Talent Protocol. Then some really, I don't know how to call it, but I think it's cool updates on the product front. Will be presented by a lot of people from the product team, and yes, some specific recaps and announcements from all the initiatives that we've been doing for the last few months. So I think Pedro is already used to kicking off this and presenting you everything that has been happening under the hood in Talent Protocol. So Pedro, just feel free to start whenever you want.
Hello everyone. I'm not out of office, but word of advice, this is the new season caps and merch. I'm pretty sure we are one of the best communities in Web3 in terms of branding and merch. And before I go into the team, just look at the new brand of season 3 in these slides. Looks amazing. So props for Pedro Pereira and Adriana. We've been working on this. I really love it. Before I jump into the team, some words about the current situation. So look, it's a different world for Web3 today than it was a few days ago. Definitely, I'm not gonna lie. I feel a lot of things: frustration, anger, pissed off with some actors that they were the face of the system, or the political face of the system, and they let us all down, including themselves. I think they don't realize this now, but they will eventually. And yeah, we're going to some rough stage. But don't forget, this is when true OGs are created. We are here for the long run. We always said this is call number 1, and this is call 11. And yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy this call. Is empathy to everyone affected by this. It sucks that this happened to you. As for Talent Protocol, I guess this is one of the questions that we would get. We were not directly impacted. We had absolutely no exposure. We are exposed to USDC and Celo, a little bit USDD, but just a little bit. So yeah, having said that, this call is actually the call with most people from the core team joining, so since ever. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and I don't want to promote myself too much and blab about this. Let's go into the team. And the first great news, in my opinion, is that we have invited Francisco to be a co-founder. So the backstory to this is Francisco, we started May last year building Talent Protocol, and Francisco joined about 1 month later. Technically is not a co-founder, but that doesn't make any sense. So we invited Francisco to be a co-founder, and in terms of token allocation, he is exactly the same as me and Philippe. So he's a co-founder, like the two of us, and yeah, very happy about it. Congratulations, Francisco. And yeah, I was gonna say welcome to the team, but you're already in the team, so that's pretty much it. You should update your profile on Talent Protocol though, but co-founder there. The second piece of news. So Tolga was been with Talent Protocol not since last year May, but for a bit over 1 year, I believe. He was one of the first people to create his profile and launch a token. And Tolga has joined us 2 weeks ago as our operations manager. So he's working part-time with us. I cannot tell you how important this is. I was talking with him today, and it's the sort of things that he does is the sort of things that I don't like doing. So I love that people like Tolga exist, so that my energy and other people's energy on the core team can be put into better service of this community. So Tolga, welcome. And good luck on the job. Not sure you're gonna need luck, but it's always nice to say. And the next slide, please. Is that we are hiring a product manager. So you have all the information. We'll share the link in the chat, but essentially someone to help us end-to-end building an awesome kick-ass product, an awesome kick-ass Web3 resume. So we are hiring a product manager. Just a word on this, like everything on Talent Protocol, we love to start either by someone working with us as a bounty hunter, ambassador, or a part-timer. So this role will start as a part-time. Eventually, if both sides are happy, we're going to move it to full-time. It makes sense for this to be a full-time position at some point, okay? But we'll start as a part-time. All right, next slide is for Philippe. So Philippe, come on stage, and then don't forget to give it back to me because I still have some stuff to talk about.
Yes, hello everyone, and hello Pedro, although we're pretty close to each other. Today, I just have a few things to add before I take it back to Pedro. And I want to share a few things about our ambassador program. First is that as part of the ambassador program, we have almost 20 ambassadors, and we elected kind of 4 guild leads to help us manage all the work. And these are the guild leads separated with different responsibilities through content, community, mentioned here. Also regarding the ambassador program, I mean, we started it two months ago. And we already have a few learnings, just a few key ones that you got. First of all, you know that ambassador program is still a pilot, and we onboarded the first 20 ambassadors to help us kind of figure out how the program should be, how should be structured, experimenting some stuff, and we are already learning and changing it. The key learnings are that ambassadors should be very focused on one specific task or area and not kind of generic, having a lot of generic ambassadors. Also that we expected, or in the beginning, we asked for a commitment of 10 hours a week, but we realized that not only that is a very big personal commitment for almost everyone, especially the ambitious and talented people we selected for ambassadors, but also that 200 hours a week, which would be the available time that we have, is also much more than what we can manage, and also more than what we actually need in terms of workload. So in short, we don't have enough workload for 20 permanent ambassadors with a fixed monthly pay at the moment. So what are we changing? Basically, only the 4 guild leads that I introduced will have a fixed monthly pay. We're changing the expected commitment for all of the ambassadors from 10 hours a week to 10 hours a month. And I mean, there's still a lot of benefits from being an ambassador. Just instead of a fixed pay every month, they will get compensation related to the work that they did on that month. This will also allow more flexibility. So in months that people can't actually help or are available, they don't need to. And when they have more availability, they can actually earn even more. But yeah, I don't want to go into much more detail. Just wanted to share this publicly. And when we kind of finish kind of this pilot until the end of the year, we'll be onboarding more ambassadors. And that's it, I think. Pedro, I think you can come back on stage and continue.
I'm back. I remember that I forgot to say something. We actually, most of the team is together this week. We're doing our team retreat. So we do it every 6 months, mostly for planning, but just rebasing and just being together. It's a fundamental part of making sure we deliver right for you. That's why we are together today. We're going to be on a co-work today and tomorrow morning, and then we go to a retreat house near Lisbon and keep thinking about the future. That's why for those of you who watch our team syncs, which you can find on our Notion, on our YouTube, we don't have one for this week specifically because of that, because we did it face to face. Okay. Now, having said that, let me share my screen. Can you see my screen? I think you can. All right. I think you can. Okay. So this is the site, talentprotocol.com. You should set up your profile here. And not sure if you noticed, but we opened up a lot of functionality for our community members. One of them is opportunities. Now, I'm doing a sneak peek here. And if you click here, I already have the link open. You'll coming to this Palette. So Palette's a really cool app that essentially is a plugin for communities to set up their recruitment platform. So it's just ideal for Talent Protocol. So we're in great shape, and we are in touch with their core team as well. And so we have launched our Palette, not officially yet. So it's, again, sneak peek, and you're the first people watching it. So basically what you have is two things. One thing is the opportunities board. So you're looking for a co-founder. You want more people to test your app, etc. Just go in and post your opportunity. And we have a few already, but there's another thing. Okay, you are someone that wants to jump into Web3, or you're someone that is already in Web3 and is actively looking to for work. So you can apply to join our Talent Collective. So the Talent Collective is a very easy thing. Basically, we send people who are actively looking for work in the Web3 space to our list of companies. So here you can see some of them. Cello, well, there's a few of them. There's actually more than this list. This is just a preview. And yeah, so basically there's two things. You can be more proactive. You join this list, so just hit apply to join here. Or you can apply directly if you feel like, oh, this is really for me. You can apply directly to any of these. We'll have a lot more than these ones. Also, if you know any organization that is that loves what we're doing at Talent Protocol and wants to be part of this, just send them this link. They can this is pretty much automated, so hopefully, yeah, this will be amazing for the community. Again, we're not communicating this officially. We were going to do it this week, but we felt like, given the current climate thing, okay, let's just wait a few more days and we'll do it eventually next week. So yeah, that's it from my side. I think Francisco, you need to reshare again. Apologies.
Thanks, Pedro. Yeah, can we get the slides back? Thank you. So yeah, it's really exciting that we have the Talent Collective on. I think it's one of the first actual, initiatives that we have that bring all of that connect all the dots that we've been building in Talent Protocol so far. So yeah, if you have any questions about Palette or how things work, like how can you post a job or an opportunity, or how can you become part of the collective, please put it on the chat and we'll answer by the end of the call. Thank you, Pedro and Flip, for the updates as well. And now we get to the fun stuff, or at least one of the most cool stuff, one of the coolest stuff that we did in Talent Protocol. And Francisco, you're the perfect person to present our NFT collection, first ever NFT collection.
True. Thank you, Sarah. Hello, everyone. So this time my part on the community call is really small, which is cool. So I'm essentially just going to give you a sneak peek of the NFT collection that we're doing. So one of the main goals for this is to also represent and reward our community. So we'll have different trades and different schemes for the different community levels that we have. So just jumping into the quick demo. So we're still testing this. The layout isn't 100% final, but this is essentially what you'll be looking at very soon. So what essentially we're building is we're allowing anyone to mint their own Talent Protocol mates. So that's what we are calling them. And to essentially be able to pick whatever they want to represent them within Talent Protocol. So you essentially be able to pick the kind of codes that you want for your mate to use, backgrounds, even the base skin and so on, background as well. So we have a huge number of factual combinations. Me together with the team, we've already been removing a few because there were simply too many already. And so, just really exciting for us to give this to you in your hands to kind of see where your creativity will take you next. This is it for the demo. Can't wait to give this to you guys to explore. And so the next is another demo, which is in regards with our integration with Unstoppable Domains. So I won't be doing the demo, Ruben will, but just to simplify things a little bit, since this community call already had a bunch of people, Ruben recorded a video for us all. So I'm going to let him explain what this is, what it means for us.
Hi everyone, I'm Ruben from the tech team of Talent Protocol, and it's my first time here speaking with you in the community call, so I'm really happy about that. And what I'll cover today is what we built last week. So as you can see here from my screen, we have a new button in our login page, the sign in with Unstoppable. So this is a button that allows us to basically it's a shortcut for you to create an account with us. So imagine if you have already a domain with Unstoppable Domains, by simply clicking on this button, a profile will be set up to you using that Web3 domain that you already have. So essentially, what is Unstoppable Domains? So they are basically an app where you can go create your account and buy your own Web3 domain. So, and by doing that, you'll be able to do lots of cool stuff like send crypto to that domain. You can host your own website on the domain as well. There's cool stuff to do that on their application. So what's the reason why we are building this integration? So as you know, our domain expertise aren't domains, so we don't have that expertise to build and host domains. But what we want to do and what we will like to do is to enhance what we can have in your domain. So imagine you can have your career stored in your domain, you can have your identity stored there, so everyone is aware of who you are. So and that's what we are trying to build here. So we are aiming to launch the .tal domain, and that you can have that through our platform with the partnership with Unstoppable Domain. So that's the main goal here. And yeah, so in order to test this integration, we built this, we have added this button last week so we can start testing what we can do with it. So, and without further ado, I will just do a quick demonstration on how this integration works. So I will simply clicking on the button. It will then ask me to sign with MetaMask. As you can see here, I will simply sign it, and what this will do is it will basically log me into my Talent Protocol account. So if you don't have already an account with us, it will create a new one, and you will need to go through the onboarding process and set up everything. But it will fetch some data that's already available in the Unstoppable Domains app. And yeah, so if you don't have an account, to create a new one. If you already have one, it will match using the wallet that you have created with us. So you can, even if you already have an account with us, you can still use the login button to sign in with us. And yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this quick demonstration in what we are doing here. See you next time. Bye.
All right, so thank you, Ruben. Although it wasn't 100% live, but there's always next community call and the next feature to demo. So you'll be doing that one. All right, and now keeping in inside the product team, I'm now going to give it over to Pedro Pereira. Pedro is our product designer. He's the one responsible for this beautiful branding that you see here, him together with Adriana. And so I'd like to welcome him on stage to give us a little bit more insight into the Season 3 design and everything that's happened here during this season. So welcome, Pedro.
Thank you, Francisco. Hello, everyone. As Francisco mentioned, I am Pedro Pereira. I am a product designer at Talent Protocol. I started as a freelance designer, and eventually I ended up to being invited to be part of the core team. So yeah, regards the new website, I record a small video, and just to show you a bit of our new branding. So we have different types of shapes and colors that illustrate how Genesis wants to be represented, because talented people want to share in more dimensions the projects they have done, their skills and abilities, and the little details that make them unique. So the same way nowadays careers are squiggly and evolve and change over time, our branding is also scalable and can evolve into different shapes, patterns, and colors. On Season 3, we tried to make our website to move from crypto-oriented to a more professional and social-oriented website, and where the profile is the core message, and we highlight all the benefits of having a Talent Protocol profile. And yeah, you can also see a bunch of testimonials and the partners that work with us, and you can also reserve your .tel handle. Next slide, please, Francisco. Yep. So we also have a new brand guide. So if you go to our Talent Protocol Notion, you just need to scroll a bit to the marketing section, and here you can find everything you need. You can find our horizontal and square version of the logo, how to use our logo. You can also find our primary, secondary, and natural palette. You can see our font, which is ASCII Grotesque, which is a paid font, so we cannot unfortunately put it public to download, but you can download a lot of patterns that we use. We have some photography guides, so you can take a photo and you can use it on Talent Spotlight, for instance. You have social assets, and on the other assets, we have simple stuff like the stickers and our swag. And you can download the artwork and print the stickers and also create your own swag, because everything is there, the artwork from the sweaters and the t-shirts. So feel free to explore and download the assets and use it. Next slide, please. And finally, we also create a small video that explains Talent Protocol and invites talented people to create a Talent Protocol profile. Yeah, maybe you should open it full screen because of the sound. Sorry. Thank you, Francisco. Essentially is this on my side. So back to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Pedro. It's really cool that we have a lot of our team on the community call. I think it's great that everyone knows who's behind everything that's been built so far. So thank you, Francisco, Pedro, Ruben, and I also am loving the vibes on the chat. Please don't forget your questions. But it's great that we see so many people pumped about everything that we've been presenting so far. So thank you for that as well. I wanted to share with you that we have also been preparing a news on the content front. We want to build something that can be really helpful for you to build your Web3 career. So we've been, experimenting with a lot of content types for a while now, and we just decided that it was time for us to focus and really develop the content that is really helpful for you in your Web3 career and your just help you build whatever you want to build in the space. So that's why we are launching the Builder Buddies newsletter. Francisco, can you go to the next slide? Yeah, thank you. So basically, just imagine having a weekly buddy that will, share some inspiration and stories by Web3 builders who already have footprint on the Web3 space, and also some practical tips you can use to build that Web3 career. We will also share, and this is in the light of what Pedro Oliveira spoke earlier, we will also be sharing unique opportunities in this newsletter. So things that will be relevant for you that you can grab and start build in the space. So we're really happy with this, how we decided to guide our content strategy. So I think you will see a lot of value in this newsletter. It's not a Talent Protocol newsletter. Don't expect, product updates or anything else. We have a newsletter for that and the community call. So Builder Buddies is all about you and what you need for you to grab your Web3 work opportunities. So we hope it's really valuable. Please provide feedback, ideas. We want this to be like your weekly Web3 dose of valuable insights. So you can already subscribe, and we'll be launching very soon the first number of Builder Buddies. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. Thank you. Francisco, can you move to the next slide, please? Okay, so we have a lot of people coming in, and we are now welcoming Luminita to the stage. She's been the responsible for bringing Talent House to life. And Luminita, share with us, please, your experience. How did Bogota and Lisbon went, and all the great people we met during this time.
Hello, everyone. Hi again. Thank you very much for being here. It's super exciting because since our last community call, we didn't have only one but two talent houses and on two different continents. Exciting. Can we go straight to the next one? So Talent House number 4 was in Bogota in Colombia, and it was very unique because we were there for 2 weeks almost. And this time in Bogota, we were participating at the hackathon in Bogota and DevCon alongside with our amazing talent brunch. You can see a picture on the slides and the video there as well. You can find the video on YouTube, or we will share the links to it in the chat. But yeah, Bogota was amazing. It was colder than expected, but I think we had a very warm feeling inside the community. If someone from Town House is watching this community call, definitely let us know in the chat. Yeah, right after Bogota, 1 week later, we moved to the next country. So we moved to Portugal, to Lisbon, and in here it was also a very unique experience because first of all we had a talent day, which was an experiment, and I want to once again say big thanks to Protocol Labs for partnering with us on this. We had a full day of panels, workshops, networking, food. So it was an amazing experience in such a beautiful place in Lisbon. And this actually marked Talent House number 5, or the beginning of Talent House number 5, which included If Lisbon, Women Hack, Web Summit, Wow Summit, and Celebrate Point. So it was a very intense Talent House. And I'm looking forward to share with you more and more videos. This video from Talent Day is already available, but more videos upcoming. Yeah, also something unique about Talent House number 5 is that we had all participants from different countries. So 10 participants from 10 countries. And it's the last one for this year. Yes, Talent House 2022 comes to an end, but there is no reason to cry. It's a reason to celebrate. Because right now on Twitter, if you go there right now, there is, well, it's not really a poll, but we want you to decide where we are going next. Write down in, like reply to our tweet, say the event, hackathon, Web3 hackathon or conference that you want to attend as part of Town House Scholarship. And we will look through them and decide where to next. And actually, a little bit of insider information, we are planning a lot of Talent House next year. So there are a lot of chances that we will come to your city or to your country. Just let us know. Yeah, that's from my side, but not from the side of Lisbon. So I'm giving my mic next to Philippe again, who will tell you more about our Lisbon activity.
Thanks, Luminita. Yes, I'm here to talk more about some events. So this week, but the previous weeks were very fruitful in events and socializing here in Lisbon. And another big event that were involved were the D-Nights week. So D-Nights is basically a collective of Portuguese startups, not only Portuguese, by the way, but that organize events here in Lisbon. Events that usually mix an educational component with a kind of a more entertaining component. The video that you're watching is one of the parties that we did. This one clearly focused on entertainment, not education. But actually, during that week, the week of Web Summit and East Lisbon, we organized 14 different events in a week, all kinds of events, different times of day. And we had hundreds, thousands of people coming. I think thousands, because I mean, only the party we got 600, 700. So yeah, more than 1,000 for sure, people coming to our events. And yeah, Talent Protocol is very involved in this collective. We personally organized a lot of these events, and was a great time to meet some of you, some of our community members, and to hang out together. Hopefully more will come soon. I think the next is in Madeira, so if you want to travel to a sunny island during this winter, some of us will be there. I don't know who I'm passing the torch to, but I think it's probably Pedro. Yes, I think it's Pedro. Pedro called back on stage.
Yeah. I'm back. I'm back. Not out of office yet, but this is my last time on stage. So in between, I think it was last month or this month, I don't remember anymore. Last month, in between these two calls, we did the Learning Fest. So this was co-created but led by Gustavo, one of our advisors. And I just want to share some things with you, just quite a quick recap. So I'm sharing Notion. As you know, we have a lot of things on Notion that you can see. So first of all, let's check the numbers and resources. So we had almost 160 participants that we approved to join on Luma. We use Luma for event management. And 90 people, we had a moment where we had 90 people at the same time in the event. So what was this event like? These are just some screenshots. So for you who don't know, GatherTown is a super amazing tool for events and other things, not only events, but like simulating what an office is like is also another way to use this tool. But anyway, it's a really cool tool. It gives you some metaverse-ish with Mario vibes, so it's really cool. So here you can see the main stage. I really love this event. Not sure if you can see by my enthusiasm. This event, by the way, was done in partnership with other startups and entities, Crowd Class, States Now, Harpoon Jobs, and Landing Jobs. Talent Protocol was leading the process. So this was the Talent Protocol stage, not real stage, the room. We're having conversations about tokenization and onboarding people into Web3, NFTs, all of that. Unfortunately, we didn't talk about centralized exchanges in this one. Otherwise, maybe we could avoid disaster. This was the main stage, and then you can see people could chat on the side. This was one of the speakers doing an amazing job. And talking about different topics related with learning. We learned a lot about learning. This sounds weird, but it's true. And we also had like a space. This was built by one of our core contributors, Paulo, and he built this like chill out area that had like a Easter egg that you can go and do some kart racing. Anyway, I think the GatherTown is amazing. I just wanted to share with you not only the numbers. We learned a bunch. You can check the link. I'll share with the community in the chat. You can check like the debriefing, all of that. So we have a lot of lessons learned here. I think we can do more things on the GatherTown app. And yeah, that's it from my side. Gonna stop the sharing and gonna pass the torch, I think, back to Sarah.
Yes, Pedro, thank you. I feel that this is a recap community call, even though we've announced a lot of cool stuff. There was a lot of stuff that we haven't, wrapped up and shared our learnings and our thoughts on all these initiatives, Talent House, Learning Fest. So I'm glad that we did this and, and went full circle with all the activities and experiments, but because in the end of the day, we experiment a lot and we try to do different stuff and learn from it. So it's really an effort that we do to share everything that we've learned and understood with all of these initiatives. So thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Ludmilita. Talking about going full circle and closing everything that we've been opening up for the last months, we've launched Polygon in September. The idea of going multi-chain was to provide more opportunities for talent to grow a different ecosystem and just, spreading our influence throughout other ecosystems. So one of the things, when we launched on Polygon, we challenged talented people to launch their tokens on the blockchain, and the first 50 talent would win rewards. One of those rewards would be 50 TAL, or a native token on Talent Protocol, and so we already did that. But we haven't had the opportunity to announce who would win up to 1,000 USDC in learning budgets. So we reached out to everyone and understand like all these 50 first talent launching on Polygon. And we just challenged them to let us know how would they spend this amount. We got a lot of different answers, and there's definitely always some opportunity to learn and to grow. So they went for the win, so that's amazing. But we couldn't choose, like it wouldn't be our place just to choose who would be eligible for this. So we are making a live draw now at this moment. So we know who will be the winner of 1,000 USDC. Francisco, you can draw the winner. This is very, very intense and amazing, but it takes like 1 minute, 10 seconds. So I won't say this name, I think it's Munashe, but I'm not sure how to spell it, but congratulations. We will reach out to you by email to let you know that you are the winner of the talent, of the Polygon race. So congratulations. So yeah, full circle. We've closed this tab as well. And we are ready, I think, for some Q&A, if I'm not mistaken. So one of the questions that we got was about the POAP from community call number 10. And I know that we owe that to you, but we have some issues with the approval of the POAP, and we'll hopefully be able to share it with all of those who requested the POAP from community call number 10. We'll be sharing that hopefully soon. And there will also be a type form for the POAP for this community call later on. So sorry for that, but it will be solved soon. What other questions do we have? We have one for Pedro, right? Pedro Oliveira. It's about talent level up. So do you want to take the stage?
I thought I was out of office. Apparently not.
No, you're never out of office.
Yeah,
you're the CEO.
only on the cap, right?
Yeah. Anyway,
only in my mind. Anyway, about the mentoring program level up. So we had a really good first cohort run, cohort 0. We learned a lot. And one of the most important learnings is that this makes sense, mentoring makes sense, and especially with the new onboarding, it makes even more sense because we now ask people, do you want to mentor? Do you want to get mentoring? So we can do that matching really easily. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of like sunset the cohort system, but we're going to keep the mentoring going. So we're going to create mentoring.talentprotocol.com, and basically mentoring.talentprotocol.com will have basically an explanation or explaining people how mentoring can be done and giving them a few examples and the framework for them to use, which is the testing we did in the cohort 0. What we learned is that the cohort system is just way too time consuming, and the results were interesting, but not that interesting to keep the cohort system. And now that we have the data, I mean, we can just make the match based on a skills-based match and join mentors and mentees. So mentoring will keep going, but more like a soft mentoring approach. So it's up to you, the members of Talent Protocol, to essentially, kick things off. But yeah, on our side, we compromise with making sure we deliver content and we help you understand on the best way to mentor or to get mentored. Hopefully that explains. But there's another question about the learning fast. When's the next one?
Exactly.
Do you want me to? I can take that one as well. So we're basically on a retreat week. So we're gonna be talking about marketing activities for next year. So the answer is hold your horses, and we'll come back to you when we know more. But we definitely want to do more things in Gather Town. Yeah, that's for sure.
Thank you, Pedro. It's visible that you are a fan of Gather Town. There's also another question, and it's for Luminita. So we have a poll running to decide where will be the next talent houses. So the question is, when will the decision come? Like, when we'll announce the next locations? You want to tell everyone what's our plan?
Thank you, Sarah, and thank you for whoever asked this very interesting question. We will decide very, very soon. I don't have a specific date for you yet, but the more options, the more you vote on Twitter, the quicker the decision will be, because again, you decide, it's not us. But I can assure you that till the end of this year, you will know exactly when and where we will be for the whole next year. And we will also, when you know when and where we'll be, I will also open the applications. So very exciting. Wait for Christmas presents from us, I guess. Wait next to the Christmas tree, because a lot of cool townhouse news are coming up.
Thank you, Luminita. And one last question. I think it's okay to wrap up. If you have any more questions, you can ask them on Discord. We're always live and happy to answer. Francisco, you were presenting the NFT collection demo, and one of the questions that we have here is, what's the overall goal with the NFT collection? Can we sum this up for our community?
Well, the goal is really to just reward people that are part of the community. So for those that have followed us since the beginning, you'll know that we right now are distributing through our app member and user NFTs. Which give you different access levels to our Discord. So the goal with this new collection is to kind of revamp that in a more fun way with these avatar NFTs, and allow for people to actually start customizing themselves and put their part of their identity on chain as well. Because one of the main goals for us on the product side for the season is to really build up that information that we have on chain through creating verified journeys, launching the .tal, you having access to your whole social graph on chain. And so this avatar is another way for us to do that and to allow people to represent themselves. So ultimately, that's the goal, to make sure that we reward our community in a good way through the different community levels, so that we can give access and continue building in public with our community, and also to get us one step closer to our goal of having the Web3 resume. on chain. And so, yeah, I think that the avatar collection will do a great job of that. I've been playing around with the different traits, and it's been really fun. So yeah, hope that answers the question.
It does. Thank you, Francisco. I think you can tell that we've been having fun with GatherTown and trades and NFT trades and so forth. So it's been really busy, but I think there's happy times, and we're finally getting to, see, like I said earlier, just connecting the dots of everything that we want to do and we want to build within the community. Thank you so much for joining us. I think we're ready to wrap the community call. Thank you for joining, for participating. I think the vibes are great today. And also thank you for everyone who spoke today. I mean, I think it was the busiest community call we had so far. Join us next month for our last community call of the year. And yeah, we'll keep the conversation going through Twitter, Discord, and so forth. As I mentioned earlier as well, we have a POAP ready for you to share with you guys. So you just have to fulfill this tap form, and we'll be sending it your way. And we apologize for everything, for the POAP of the earlier community call, but we're working on that, and hopefully we'll have some news soon. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining, and we're here to help.